Hot drop.
Send it, brother.
Hey, maybe we
All right.
Or maybe we don't.
Just landed straight on the roof, Chris. Why not, dude? What are you doing, dude? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god. Jesus.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Pixelated Thoughts, and today we're going to be talking about Apex Legends. I feel like everyone has played it, right? It's been out for almost 4 years now. We're coming up on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been.
For some reason, I felt like it was longer.
I think it was 2019 when it first was announced. It was a shadow drop. We talked about that in an earlier episode, but I feel like it's one of those games that has had some incredible staying power. I think it was the third most popular BR next to PUBG and Fortnite at the time, and then I think that I think a lot of games have surpassed PUBG right now. Is PUBG free to play, Brad? Do you know?
It's a good question.
I swear to God it is. I think it went free to play, unless I'm thinking about the mobile title. But anyway, Apex.
I think so. People keep telling me to play
Yeah.
it, so maybe.
PUBG's pretty good. I like it. So Apex Legends, great game, dropped by EA. Who would have thought that EA would have allowed anything good to come out of that publisher? But here we are. They've kind of had their own little renaissance. It's developed by Respawn Entertainment. Respawn has also developed the Star Wars the Fallen Order games, and then the new Jedi Survivor game, which drops this month, April 28th. And we'll have an announcement at that at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. All right.
And Titanfall.
And Titanfall. Yes, of course,
Oh.
Titanfall. Fantastic game. Alrighty, so Chibi, you have played Apex for the last year and some change, right?
Yeah, a year and some change, like on and off, yeah.
Brad, you and I have played Apex. Brad, did you actually play Apex when it dropped, or did you wait like a little bit?
Oh yeah, no. It was so it was when Battle Royales were kind of at their peak, right?
Right.
Or I say at their peak when they were very popular. So to me, Battle Royales were very slow. You know,
Correct.
PUBG and
Fortnite had some movement issues until people started inventing all this new tech and shit. And
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like all my friends love to play Battle Royales, and I'm like I'm not great at them. and a lot of them you drop and you either instantly die or
Yeah.
you drop and you just run for 15 minutes and then get
And it's a
sniped
loot
by the time you
simulator.
get so it was just like
some kid
man,
on top of a tower blowing your head out.
yeah.
You're like, where'd they come from?
and,
in
and
the
to me
sky.
Apex and for me Apex kind of changed that. It was much faster paced. I feel like the games were shorter, the movement was faster, you know. There's a bit more uniqueness with the individual characters and the 3-party system.
Did you end up playing Titanfall before that?
Oh, I played the absolute shit out of the first one.
Amazing.
I played the second one too, but I just never got into it like
Yeah.
I did the first one.
I think Titanfall, Titanfall 2 are like there's like rare first-person shooters that I'm good at, and those two are the only games I was good at. Chibi, you never played Titanfall 2, did you?
Mm-mm.
No, you just played Apex.
Yeah, because this was before I really started getting into like PC gaming and streaming and stuff. Because I started streaming in 2020,
Right.
and that's when I got my first PC. Because before then, I played a lot of Bean, my co-host, please. I played a lot of just PlayStation games. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough. Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay.
You ain't cup dog.
Yeah,
you ain't got pass.
You little bitch ass dragon. So, with that being said, Chibi, we'll start with you because you played it last year and a half, right? Ish. So, what were your first impressions of Apex? Because you got to play a far more polished
Fucking
experience of this.
hard.
Really?
So, because that was technically my first battle royale. I had only played Valorant prior to this as like a FPS game.
Totally different game.
Yeah, completely different concept. You can run and gun, you can move and shoot, like such a weird concept to me. And trying to learn, the mechanics of picking up guns, the different not energy, but the different weapons, like energy, heavy ammo, light ammo, all that good stuff. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know attachments were like a thing. Someone had yelled at me while I was streaming, like, are you not gonna pick up like that purple
you need that
heavy
fucking
mag?
hop-up.
Like,
you need
yeah,
that
and I
hop-up.
was like, what? I was like,
But
that'll make my gun better. Like it was like such a crazy concept because the people who I played with just threw me in there. So it was definitely like a big learning experience for me. But when I actually understood what I was doing, it was so much fun. And I think that's why I consider it one of my main games that I play, even though I really don't play it a lot. But I just enjoy it. Like even if it's a loot simulator for 15 minutes or I immediately get, wiped off the map right when we land.
Got a hot
I
drop all the time.
enjoy, yeah, I enjoy not the same 45-minute gameplay like Valorant where, if I'm having a shitty game, it's going to be a shitty game for 45 minutes. Or, if I'm just having a shitty game in Apex, it can be 5 seconds, whatever, and we restart. So
I think
that was my first thing.
I think that might be the reason why I'm not into Valorant is because of how long matches can go. Like
They definitely have made it to where they're shorter matches now,
Okay.
but they're not comp. But you can do like a quick, it's called like a swift play, and I think it's like 5 or 6 matches compared to your normal 13. But like it's I don't know. I just like the openness.
That's
of
like a
Apex
whole
as well.
that's like a whole session for me. God damn, 13.
Yeah,
matches?
it's a lot. I don't know, and I like
And you
the
got
scenery and Apex and all the good stuff.
Well, what's crazy is that you picked up the game at probably, I would say, at a time where like they had multiple maps in rotation. They had all the new modes that we're putting out, and they have, I think there's a bunch of legends now. I think there's like almost 30. It's insane.
There's a lot more.
But I feel
since
like,
I've started playing.
But I feel like with the legends also, there's like a really good balance to it too. Like they're not.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're obviously, some of them are broken. Like Horizon was completely fucking broken the moment she came out. I was like, my god, and people were pissed off when they like nerfed her. But like, every character I think has been buffed and been nerfed properly. The only character I don't think you can really buff is Bloodhound, but it is what it is. Brad, what was your first impressions of Apex when you played it? Were you like Titanfall? Thank God.
Because Titanfall is like derived, or like Apex is derived from Titanfall, right?
Apex
Or
Legends is set in the Titanfall universe. So
Okay, yeah.
Valkyrie, or Valk, whatever.
Isn't she like an antagonist?
Her dad, I believe, was an enemy pilot or an enemy in Titanfall 2.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And yeah, so like, I think there's a cutscene where like Bangalore and her brother or whatever it is, they fight a pilot, and people were like pissed off because most pilots in the Titanfall universe are considered like the most elite of elite characters.
Oh.
So I think they ended up kind of beating the pilot's ass and kill. I was like, that does not happen. Like most pilots will square up and fucking destroy most like normal people. It's pretty insane. But Brad, what were your first impressions of Apex when it came out?
Hey, once again, coming from the so I was actually working nights at the time, and my shift partner, he was really big into pretty much anything competitive, and I was not. I was more into the JRPGs, as everyone.
This man was Final Fantasying up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, no man, we need to play. So I was like, okay, cool. So I played it, and for one, I actually really enjoyed the gunplay. It's one of the few shooters where I feel like ADSing is almost not detrimental. Like it's much more beneficial not to ADS unless you are like significantly long range firefights. So it was just it was really just that pacing difference between playing PUBG. There was another game, and I don't know why I can't think of.
Was DayZ?
It may have been King of the Kill.
King of the Kill, yeah. I mean, you went from essentially like these slower, more methodical games, because PUBG is a methodical game. Like you man.
It's really weird because I really enjoy methodical, realistic games.
That's right. You almost went
you
almost went
Siege.
to a semi-pro team in Siege.
Yeah, so it's like I really enjoyed that, but it's when it's so realistic when you have to run 14 miles, and it's like there's like 3 cars on the map. I'm like, God, it's a little too realistic.
Well, I mean, PUBG is based off an Arma mod, so yeah,
exactly.
It's a realistic military simulator. I think like when Apex dropped, I was super hyped because I was big into Titanfall 2. I was trying to get Chris to play the game with me. And like my first couple matches in Titanfall 2, I was like 35-3 like every match, and I was summoning my Titans so quickly and just like dueling people all the time. And it's such a fun time. So like when I think Titanfall 2 didn't meet any sales expectations according to EA, but that's because fucking EA, I think they dropped that game when one of the Battlefields dropped at the same time. They pretty much left Titanfall 2 to die. And so there was a rumor that Respawn was making a new game, and that was going to be a battle royale. And then it was Apex Legends. And like the moment they said you could download it, pretty much at the EA Play event, I was like, I'm on this game right now. And I played
give it to me.
absolute shit out of that game. It was like my go-to battle royale. I had like, before they started actually recording stats, I was like getting like wins almost every other match. I was just nuking.
Nice.
Yeah, I was obsessed with that game. I played Bloodhound a lot, Bangalore.
Yeah.
There was like, I think there was 6 champions at the time, I want to say, and then they added 2 more.
Yeah.
I think Mirage was like one of the first ones. But I have this old video. It's really funny. It was like me,
I wanna
Chris, and
see it.
Will. We were like going in, and I told Chris like hot drop us, and he's like where? And then he like took us off the map down a waterfall and killed us. I was like, you're such a
Oh
dick,
my
bro. And he's like hot
Good.
drop.
Can I
Just-
see it? Oh my god.
I have to find it. It's on my PlayStation.
Okay,
I
wanna
have,
see
I have it
This looks
archived.
funny.
But yeah, I think like Apex, like in terms of its guns, like before they started to like really consider the competitive portion of it, like everyone used the R99. R301's a laser, right? Hasn't
I
changed.
love my
Mozambique's just
R401.
my favorite. So
Mozambique.
Dude, they knew it was a meme gun, and they added a hop up to it for it to do more damage. So they like the great thing is like Respawn hears what you're doing, hears what you're saying, and then immediately makes adjustments and changes to the game. And it was like really basic, it was like just 3v3. And then like I some people would like, I'd always catch like some random dude trying to 1v3 the entire map, but like there wasn't really places to hide in the game, which was really unique. Like you really had to be caught up on like everyone's abilities. You had to understand, most people tried to spam Gibraltar because he had the fastest dropping.
Gibby.
Yeah. So Gibby had that ability. It was like, he had probably the best ult, and then they introduced Caustic, and people were fucking trolling with Caustic the entire
Oh
time.
god.
I
I would have been so annoyed early on.
I mean, I think like, yeah. Oh, dude, when Caustic showed up, my buddy Will
Yeah.
was the most fucking trolly character. He would just
Oh no.
pin people into rooms and just fucking start lobbing grenades and gas canisters in there and just killing them. We're like, Jesus, dude, this is fucked up. It's
I would
like,
have rage quit. I would have actually rage
this
quit.
is like some fucking some crime stuff right here. But it's like, it's one of those games where I feel like and this is the thing that I think that blows my mind the most, is that every time people want a new mode to Apex, they've added it.
Yeah.
So like you had the 3v3 arena, which was
Arenas was good.
amazing. And now
I
you have a
loved it.
5v5 TDM for like,
Yeah.
like why? Like what the fuck? Like this is,
I liked the gun run. Gun run was
yeah,
fun.
no, they absolutely listen to the community, and they'll make adjustments,
Which I think
and
is good.
changes, which is something
Yeah.
that's super impressive. Plus, like every time they add a new map, like I think the map's fairly balanced.
Mhm.
They know where the big choke points are, where the big firefights are going to take place. And I think like with Apex, it's super exciting watching teams work in tandem against one another.
Mhm.
I mean, it is essentially the third party in game, right? And
It happens.
that's how early on you got a lot of victories. Like, what do you do? I was like, so like, what are you waiting for? I'm like, just wait and go.
Until someone starts fighting.
We had a match, I think it's my favorite match of all time, where everyone's like in a very small square area, but everyone had good cover. And there was like 4 teams left. I'm like, how the fuck are there 12 people right here? And
in
everyone,
the smallest
yeah.
spot. Yeah.
And everyone was waiting, and we had a Gibraltar. I was like, wait till Gibby gets his shit out so we could just drop it on people. But it was
Just
so
wait.
but it was so much fun because of the outplays. And then they started,
Mhm.
doing the balances and tweaks and started vaulting weapons. And they took away the Mastiff for a little bit, which was annoying because I love the Mastiff shotgun. Because that shit was broken.
It still is.
It still is, yeah. They had so many guns originally that were like, maybe the R301 should have like
Fun.
yeah. Maybe the R301 should have some kick into it. But I honestly haven't played in like a couple months because
You should play. We should play sometime.
yeah, I'd have to get back into it. But I love the movement tech. Like
Okay.
I love like
Yeah, I
sliding
do.
around.
I agree. I love the sliding mechanism. It's so fun to me,
Yeah,
and it's really nice.
we would just try
No fall damage.
no fall damage. We'd always like we'd love throwing out like Octane stuff, and I love the fact he has double jump now. They've made some good improvements on some of the legends, And some of them,
Buff
regardless,
Lifeline.
yeah, she ain't getting shit.
I
I
ain't getting
remember
shit.
when they first changed her and they made it so you could crawl to her shield, her portable shield or whatever, and pick it up. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was like, all right, that's it. Fuck off. We're like, what? But you could spam. That was the biggest problem, is that like Lifeline was like a get out jail free card. If you were down
Good.
and you're in the midst of a firefight, she could have her shield up or whatever, and you were just saved. And it made like some of the last minute fights really fucking annoying. And then they
Good.
introduced
That's all I gotta say.
what's his name? Wraith,
Newcastle?
the one who can crawl.
Wraith.
I fucking dude, no. I was wondering because like Chris was playing Wraith one time. I was like, "Are you crouch?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How are you moving so fast?" It's like a little tarantula just speeding around and shit with the zoomies. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And he was pretty broken for a while. Yeah, it was just it's such a fun game. So, Brad, are you still playing Apex? When's the last time you played, man?
Last time I played,
It's probably been a while.
I think it was actually when the 3v3s dropped.
Yeah.
I think we played 2 or 3 times.
Oh, that's right. We did. We did play some 3v3. A lot of fun with that too. Now,
Oh,
Chibi,
yeah, it
you
was-
obviously still play. So, what has made you stay with Apex outside of your community and then
Yeah.
being like, why don't you like, and outside that rare chance that you had like some big pro player, cut into your
Oh.
stream? Yeah.
Yeah, come into my stream and raid me. Thank you, Noko. Because that was gonna be my question. What made you guys kind of leave? For me, I just enjoy it. I don't play a lot of fun FPS games.
Mhm.
So this is one that I like legitimately enjoy, even though I do get so angry sometimes. Like so angry. I think it's just something that I will casually play, and no matter if I get shut on or not, I just have fun. I don't know, the rhyme or reason. Maybe it's because it was one of my first like battle royale ones. But I don't know. To me, it's just simple.
Brad, what made you stop playing, man?
Yeah.
Oh, I found good games to play.
He went back to Final Fantasy V and wants to complete it.
Good games.
So first off, I typically don't play any multiplayer game without friends. So any type of shooter, if I don't have friends actively playing it, I'm not going to.
That's fair. That's kind of how I
You don't
feel.
have friends, Brad.
Oh,
You have enemies.
Brad, I'll play
Friend.
Apex with
Okay,
you.
friend. Okay, friend.
I'll play Apex.
So I mean, that's a big part. So if I don't have someone to enjoy the experience with, I'm not going to play it. And two, it's just, to me, battle royales. I'll put it this way: I played PUBG solos until I got my first winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, solo dub. Yeah.
I have yet to play that game again.
I mean, that makes sense.
I
dude.
beat the game. I beat the game, so I was like, hey, I'm done. I'm good.
I think
I'm
it's
the
just
best.
mostly I got burnt out. Like when I was, I think the first season they introduced ranked, I was very, very fucking into that game, and I think I got to diamond. And I was gonna work my way to master, and I was like, no, fuck this, because when I started to play with like really competent players who were semi-pro to pro, like I saw how dominant they were. Like I was attached to a team, and we like I can't remember the map, but it's like we wiped that entire center area. It's like where they have like these massive, I can't remember the map.
I can't tell you the names. I'm so
But
bad with them.
we wiped like the entire center area by ourselves. We killed like 16 people. We had like 5 kills apiece. And then most teams who were there and saw that they could kind of like rotate around and get stuff, they tried to actively avoid us. So they were bored and just started hunting. And I was like, oh Jesus. And they were unfucking stoppable the entire time, which was mind blowing.
Makes it not fun.
Yeah, because I was like, Jesus,
Okay.
man. So I got to a point where I was like, I'm good. I'll play it casually if I can. I think the last time I played, it was like, I think Will, he was really trying to get me back on, because he's like, Ken, play this with me, man. Because he used to be my duo partner. And surprisingly, Will's like, that's like the only first person shooter Will's like super competent at. Like he used to get like wins all the fucking time. It didn't blow my mind. I'm like, how are you winning right now? He's like, woo! I'm like, what the fuck?
All right. So what I'm hearing is we're gonna duo for a video.
Yeah, we can duo for a video.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to get Jack on this, but of course I don't know. He probably
We'll make him do trios with us.
he probably doesn't play Apex, and he'll get
That's
mad.
okay. We'll make him.
and
We'll make him.
an old man confused with me.
Hear that, Jack?
So, next question. So, why do you guys think it's persisted this long? Chibi.
I think it's kind of what you said earlier. They really listen to the community. So I think if they, didn't implement these new game modes, if they didn't make these small changes, I don't think it would have lasted as long. So all these small, changes that they have made.
Sorry.
Boxes. Bikini Loba. All these things that they, they
My
do.
goodness.
They have the community in mind, and again, I give them credit for that because, a lot of companies don't do that. So I think that's one of the reasons. I can see that.
Yeah, when they introduced Loba, I was like, what are y'all doing?
I know what they're
The
doing.
way your voice just went down one octave.
What are y'all doing? God damn. Because they some of the videos I used to watch were like so funny. Like, I'm going to run behind Loba real quick. It's just like slowly in front. I was like, I think, because essentially I was thinking like, oh, they'll probably like, make adjustments to her character to not make her so shapely, and they did not. So I guess people were very appreciative of that.
Goddamn.
Let her stay thick, right? Just, it is what it is. Brad, why do you think it's persisted so long? Like, why do you think it's been like Fortnite, PUBG, and Apex for so long?
Well, for Apex, I honestly, it's Respawn Entertainment. I think they just make quality content. And
they have not missed. That is correct.
Yeah, for EA to, I felt like EA, I don't know if they learned their lesson or if they were just like, we can't screw this one up, or if Respawn's like, we're not going to make the game unless you let us do our thing. I'm not sure exactly what went on in those meetings, but
well, here's how untouchable I think Respawn is. They went from Titanfall 1 and 2, and for Chibi, if you don't know this, a lot of the Respawn leadership, these are individuals who had heavy roots in Call of Duty. So they were like, they made Modern Warfare 2, all that stuff.
Okay.
And when they left to make Respawn, they made Titanfall. It was supposed to be the Xbox 360's big seller, or the Xbox One. I'm sorry, the Xbox One's big hit, and it was pretty significant. A lot of people were upset because it was just an Xbox One game. We're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, bring this thing to everywhere else. But they make Titanfall 1 and 2. They make Apex, and they turn around and go, hey, we're going to make a Star Wars game. So we're all thinking, like, Battlefront. Like, no. We're making a third-person action game. And they made Fallen Order, and it was it's been, it was critically acclaimed. And then Jedi Survivor looks to be, like, a massive step up from the first game, which is insane. So Respawn's practically untouchable. I honestly think, Brad, like, Vince Zampella, the head of Respawn, went to EA and was like, nah. You're not telling me how to do shit. I have far too much. Like, I want him to make
captain now.
Bro, he needs to make a Battlefield game. Respawn needs to make the next Battlefield game. I love DICE, but they've 2042 was not, it was a huge fucking fumble. You know what I'm saying? But I think like, and I 100% agree with Brad. God damn it. He left for an episode. He's back.
He's back, and you finally agree.
No, I mean, Respawn
he makes good points sometimes.
Respawn is like a legitimate superstar developer, and that's just what they are. And I don't think they're constantly transparent with the community, and what's crazy is that they'll take criticism. I think when they started like vaulting weapons and stuff like that, or shelving them, putting them in loot drops, they're like, yeah, we're doing it because like we know there's an unfair advantage. And of course, like the really sweaty players were complaining, but I'm like, dude, come on. Some of these guns are fucking laser beams, Now, I disagreed when they tried to vault the R301. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that's my baby.
That's daddy's gun. Like, what are you doing right now?
Do not vault daddy's gun.
Do not touch that. But,
it's the wingman or nothing, man.
Bro, if you're good with the wingman, I think you're the best player in the game. Like,
you're
honestly, yeah, you're him.
Okay, you're Asu.
Yeah, listen, just all the Apex players. If you're good with the wingman, like, you're him. Like, I get it. Yeah.
I'm trying to get better.
Absolute
god. I've had some moments.
What's the
clips where it didn't happen?
What's the rifle? I can't remember what it's called. The single shot rifle that they have. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name. but there's a hop up to it where it shoots 2 rounds at a time. Damn it! That used to be like my main weapon with the R301, and that was a problem because I used
Is
to
it heavy sniper?
no, it's a light gun. I don't know what it is now.
Light gun.
You know what?
The
Oh,
G
the longbow.
Yeah, the G scope. Yeah, the scout.
The
G Scout.
That was like my gun.
That one's a good one.
I love that weapon because once you got the hop up and you're up close, it was just double tapping it and just watching people's health deplete and then me teabagging them, stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Stay toxic, kings. All right.
And queens.
And queens, I guess. Yeah. Clips didn't happen. I mean, clips you being toxic.
Yeah, clips didn't happen.
To some random kid. So, my next question was like, what more can the developers do to continue to make the game fresh? So they've introduced a TDM mode, right? Now, I'm gonna answer this one. Introduce Titans. All right. Let me get these fucking humongous mechs so I can just start. nuking
Okay.
people.
Fucking Attack on Titan head ass.
Let me just get these humongous mechs so I can just drop and fucking just hit them with the big ass flamethrower. That's like my opinion. I don't know what else they can do because you have TDM, you have Arena, right? Like you have so much shit. I mean, you can make a campaign. I guess I've heard they're making a campaign in the Apex universe, so
I would like that. I didn't even think about that, but I would enjoy like a campaign mode.
They might as well.
Yeah.
They have each character has significant lore to it.
Yeah.
Pathfinder has like fucking some of the best lore in the game.
So you mentioned they should make the next Battlefield game.
Yeah,
I think they should just create the Battlefield game in Apex. Right?
Ooh,
have 64 6v6
oh
64.
God. Just have like a massive war. What's the max in Apex is 30, right? 10 teams. Am I wrong? What's the max players in Apex?
Probably not 30, right?
No, it's more than that. It's like 60 or some
Oh,
shit,
it's
right?
definitely more. I think it's like 60.
Yeah. Just 30v30. Oh god, that'd be a nightmare. There'd be too many people playing fucking Wraith, like going in and out. Just I'd be so annoyed. All the fucking horizons just thrown at the gravity well. The cheapest shit.
All the fucking bamboozles.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
I'm so
God.
glad they buffed fucking Mirage too, dude.
Yeah.
I thought because someone was like, "Yeah, man, now if you shoot his decoy, it pings you." I was like, I thought it used to do that, but I guess it didn't do it like as significant as the changes now, which is good because he's a fucking really fun character to fuck with.
He is. I want to play with him next.
So Brad, you want a 30v30 mode? You want a battle? You want the battlefield mode?
Oh yeah.
I want Titans added to the game.
Yeah.
Not like Attack on Titan. I'm talking like the Titans from Titanfall. Like initially, like I want to get to a kill streak. Like let us get to 10 kills, right? And then it's like initiate Titanfall. And then that big badass fucking Titan drops down and I can just start stomping on people, bro.
So I pretty much play Titanfall to ruin other people's experiences of playing with Titans.
Yes.
Like all of my
Look
kits
up what it looks like.
like all of my kits were designed around eliminating other Titans.
Dude, and that's a good fucking idea. That's an excellent idea. Like you had like the grappling hook, dude. Oh yeah. When like you had any chance to jump onto a Titan, you had to do it. It's so exciting destroying pulling the Titan out and ejecting him and then watching the Titan like go nuclear. It's so fucking cool, man.
And that was one reason why I didn't that's why Titanfall 2 was like one notch below the first one, was because they made it where what do they call it when you mounted when you mounted on the thing. So in the second one you just pulled the core out. Yeah. Like you just pulled the core out and it did damage on the first one. You could literally, if you had the right LMG, you could like just unload 100 rounds into the Titan and then self-destruct it.
Yeah. I love
Titanfall looks cool.
It was cool. It was very cool.
Why don't they make a new one?
Because Apex Legends is so fucking popular.
Yeah, but why can't they integrate it? Yeah, fucking add Titans. This shit looks cool.
That's what people wanted. That people were like, "Yo, is there a Titan?" Because that's all people asked for. They're like, Titanfall 3, Titanfall 3. Eventually, I'm gonna make a video about like.
I was gonna say this seems very. I mean, obviously, like I know it's by the same people, but I'm just like, this looks like a dope Apex.
You could play Titanfall 2 story and let us know how you feel. It's like 5 hours long.
Honestly, I might. This
and
looks
it's widely
really cool.
It's like widely
I might stream
regarded
it
as one of the best campaigns
Yeah, it
gaming,
looks
yeah.
amazing. And I like how I recognize the guns, obviously.
Yeah, no, almost
But it's so cool.
every weapon
I've
that
never seen this.
yeah,
I've never seen this. Anything about
every
it.
weapon that they've introduced is from the Titanfall universe.
Let me just say, this wall jumping shit is cool.
Yeah,
Like
oh
wall
yeah.
riding, whatever. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like one of the things that you used to do, so like so what they did was that the draw was you had what was it, Brad? It was 6v6, right? And then you had ads. So you had like
Yeah.
AI companions or whatever. And then basically you were trying to accumulate kills. And as you accumulated kills, you were gearing up to have your Titan drop and then you'd fight. And it was like every Titan had like different things. You had one that was a flame that shot like had a flame shot, one that had like a fucking pulse rifle, heavy chain gun, and like the most like you so like the thing was it was like how do pilots fight Titans? And it's like, well, you're mobile, you have a grappling hook, you can actually latch onto the Titan, climb on top of it, you can break like their fucking the HUD or whatever and like pull the Titan out or pull the pilot out and then like nuke the fucking Titan. It was like once a Titan got called onto the field, that was when the game was like really on.
That's
So
cool.
and plus like it was
Oh.
also very gory. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty.
what, dude?
Makes sense.
I love like using the pulse rifle and shooting a pilot out of midair and just watching them just burst into small chunks and stuff.
God.
It is Titanfall 2 was the shit. Titanfall was also it had great maps too. Like Respawn designed it so perfectly where it was
Mhm.
like you could just wall run off like certain edges and stuff like that. They allowed you to really feel capable of like fighting Titans. Like Brad, I'm pretty sure Brad had like that rocket launcher, that multi-shot rocket launcher you could use to take down the Titans and stuff. But
No. Oh, I
No.
mean, I did use it, but I had it was whatever the like heaviest LMG was, and there was an attachment that you did extra damage to Titans, and I'd literally just mount a Titan and literally just unload like 100 rounds into a Titan, and it would almost eliminate any Titan that didn't have the freaking electric smoke screen.
oh my god, Brad, did you look at me? You look like to the same direction Chibi looked at the
Sorry, Katsu was barking
Yes.
at me, so I was looking at him like, what the fuck are you barking at?
these lemmings. My god, how long do you think they're going to support Titanfall or Apex Legends for? Give
For
me,
like a while.
I
I
think.
don't know how long do you think Fortnite's gonna last?
I mean, I think. Do listen. When you have Epic, who is the designer of Unreal Engine, and now you've introduced and implemented UE5, so then you have Unreal Engine 5. I think it's more than a 10-year project, right? So you went Fortnite, Unreal Engine 4, Save the World, all that stuff. You introduced a new creative mode. And because of that sandbox mode with Unreal Engine 5, like all the new assets you can put in, dude, that's got to be at least 10 to 15 years, right? I don't, and like I just saw the new update for Fortnite just recently. I was like, holy shit, dude, they introduced all this really cool stuff. Like it blows my mind. And I think Apex is probably one of those games. I don't think they'll make an Apex Legends 2. I don't think they will, but I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, visually, I think the game looks strong. I like the art style. I like the characters. I mean, I hope they don't pull an Ubisoft and introduce like 70 characters and not not know how to balance them out.
I wouldn't surprised if they did a like a kind of an Overwatch reskin, right? Where they tweak the gameplay, but it's technically the same game. Right?
Yeah.
I would hope they implemented it better than what Overwatch did. But
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I have like full faith in Respawn. I think this is probably like a 10-year project.
Yeah.
It'd be,
I could see it lasting for a while.
Yeah, I couldn't see it like dying out anytime soon. Like, I mean,
it'll
they'd have to monumentally fuck up, or Respawn's probably gonna have to get bored of it or something. You know, I don't know how big their team is anymore, but they'd have to get bored.
When the government outlaws battle passes, that's when
Bro, I honestly, God, man, no shit. When fucking EA had gone to court about their fucking about their loot
That's
boxes.
a thing?
Oh, you know that?
Why? No.
So loot boxes are, I consider them predatory because you have minors who can access free to play games, and then what was happening was that in Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, EA did not indicate like, you know, usually you'll see like numbers of like percentages of what you could get. And what was it, Brett? It was like how much did it cost to unlock everything? It was like a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, so the progression in the game was like
Awful.
for you to unlock Darth Vader, you had to play like on average to unlock Darth Vader, you would have to play. It was like 120 hours,
Yeah.
and it was still a percentage chance that you still wouldn't get them. Like, that was just
Or
the
him or Luke,
the
yeah.
average. Yeah, that was just the average. But it was, you know, in a lot of entities or a lot of regulatory bodies consider it gambling, right? And that's the whole thing is, you know.
Well, I mean, you're spending essentially, it's like it can be up to like $1, $5, $10, $50, $100 for all these loot box rolls, and you might not get anything out of it. And like it technically, it kind of is gambling because you are spending a bunch of money on chance. And like Battlefront 2 EA, for whatever reason, Battlefront 2 made it a pay to win game. Like you literally had to get certain characters because you know they didn't realistically think that you're going to play for hundreds of hours. You know, like my God, that would be insane. But there are people who do it. But like there's some people who are like, yeah, what if I just want to pay through a loot box or something? You know, like I'll take my chances then, but you might not get anything. So like EA got sued. They had to go to I think the court in the UK, and then pretty much like they had to stop putting like they had to completely redo their entire battle pass, loot box features, all that stuff like that. They had to be complete like open and honest and transparent, which was something EA wasn't, because EA was kind of the devil back then a couple years ago. So they were like, you have to be fucking upfront, honest, or you know your game's gonna be fucking banned here. And so they did it. I thought it was like me and Brad, we'd constantly be like, Jesus Christ, dude. The battle between EA and Ubisoft was like, who's more evil? Who's more fucking greedy? And it was one of them. Yeah, it was me.
They did get the most downvoted YouTube video.
Oh my God, dude, that was so brutal. It was so what was it? It was like a couple million. It was rough. Like EA got fucking rocked. Like the moment they dropped, I forgot what they did, but they dropped this video. And like fucking the moment it dropped, it was hitting like 2 to 3 million dislikes. It was so brutal. But yeah, EA was a complete shit show. That's why like it's shocking that Respawn pretty much was like, look, we want to be able to operate independently. And Apex was born, and it became a massive sensation. I mean, you have Apex Pro Leagues, right? I mean, it's just the game has expanded to a point where as long as it's an esport, I think it will persist for a very long time. Now, whether or not they do what you said, Brad, with like Overwatch 2 and introduce an Apex Legends 2, I don't think they have to. I think that because if they want to make updates to the graphics engine, they can pull a Rainbow Six Siege, where I think Siege for a day like went offline, or Fortnite, and then like immediately upgraded all their shaders and stuff like that.
I could see that.
You know,
I could see that.
Something super basic. I mean, they have the DICE system, the Frostbite engine, so they could use that. But you know,
becomes the Apex All Stars.
Yeah. Apex. Oh my God, can you start? Like, you guys wanted these characters from EA's old classics. Fuck that. They're now. You wanted Army of Two. They're now in Apex Legends. Just some random shit. So, let's ask, who is your favorite legend? Chibs. Chibi.
Like to play or just like in general?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Usually it's to play, but what do you mean by in general?
I don't know. Like I could like.
No,
the,
you do
like,
know. See,
engine
here's the
up,
thing.
like-
You need to stop this gaslighting. All right.
She knows she'd be best friends with Mirage.
Oh yeah, Mirage is the man. He's the man, dude.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I love playing Lifeline the most, but characters that I love Mirage's character.
Yeah.
I think he's like a funny character, like a good character.
What else?
Wrong.
And Valkyrie.
There you go. No, I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone likes Watson out there. I don't know who you are, but shout out, props to you. You defensive bitch. They are. When they introduced Watson, I was so fucking annoyed. I was like, "What is this garbage? Are these electrical? Are these laser fences? Do they hurt?" I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "Oh God, they stunned me. This is bullshit."
Oh my god. Okay, that's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Brad, who's your favorite
You bet.
legend? Because you haven't played in so long.
So I want to say I stopped playing when they released Octane.
Dear
And
God, that was like the
yeah,
sixth legend
that was
released.
exactly. I
Chris
Revenant.
loved
Yeah,
Octane because fucking
yeah.
he likes being aggressive. God, that dude,
Um,
he'd be like, "I'm the plan," and then fucking immediately jump into like a fucking 3-way fight. We're like, dude, no, like, we need to sit back, you
I
dick.
was I was probably a Gibraltar main just because I liked having I just
Giblets.
liked I liked not dying. So my other main was Lifeline. I didn't really like her rework to begin with, but
I appreciate anyone who plays support. I do.
yeah.
Thank
I
you.
swear to God, anyone who plays support, I appreciate you. Any game, Fall Fantasy, Fall Fantasy 14. If you can play healer, which I cannot for some reason, I'm stupid.
It's
Like I will play tank, I will play fucking DPS, but you tell me to play healer, I'm like, what's this do?
Like, how do heal?
I'm healing
you?
myself mostly. I'm like, yay! Now I
I'll heal
never
you 1
die.
second. Death.
It's like, why did you stand in the fire, fuck boy?
I typically play support because I never trust anyone else to play support. It's like I know I will do my
I have
best to
the
keep everyone
opposite
alive.
feeling.
You know,
I
it's
just like to help people.
you know what's funny is that I would say Brad normally doesn't get really competitive in a lot of games, but when he plays first person shooters, when there are objectives to play, Brad is the man. Like he gets
We should.
what's
Sorry,
it
go ahead.
Brad, what the fuck were we playing where you were super pissed off that people was it Rogue Company when you and I were like wiping teams that we were like destroying this team and we are like, how many
Sure it was.
kills do our other team has? And we're like, they're like 5 and 6 and we had like 28 and 30. Like, what the fuck are you two doing? Like Brad like would go and he's like, what do you you guys see the point right there? Play the fucking point. We'd
I
play
was
It
gonna
sounds
say
like
let's
something
all
I'd say.
three play Apex, but no, I'm scared.
we would play like Modern
Getting him back
Warfare
into Apex.
and Brad would be we play Modern Warfare like Brad would be like he's like go for the bomb, stop, this is not team deathmatch, idiots. And I was like, oh my god,
Fucking put them in their fucking
There's
place,
no
bro.
need to snipe from our spawn.
I
There's
have
an objective in the middle of the map.
I've never seen this man get so mad. Same thing in like Overwatch too. Like it's really funny. Like I never got to play Siege with Brad. I'm too afraid to because I think he's like his MMR is far higher, and I would just get absolutely nuked because I'm now a dumbass at that game. Like this corner right here looks good. I get my head blown off.
Peace.
I was always a Bloodhound fan. That was always
Yeah.
like my main from the jump. I have like
Bloodhound is my secondary.
I have far too many fucking clips of me like activating the ult and just
I want to see it.
absolutely just running through people. I have to find the fucking clips, man.
Okay.
It was all like on the
Sorry, I'm
PS4,
excited.
PS5.
Excited for you.
And then I played a little bit of Mirage. I like Mirage. Like the character I wanted to get good at was Bangalore, but I like at first I was like, she's so basic. And then when I started to like understand certain counters for the characters, I was like, oh god, Bangalore's the shit. They haven't because they didn't really need to change her because she was so fucking OP. I think the character I wasn't really a big fan of was like Valk. I feel like that her when she activates her ultimate and starts to grab people, that's like you can just kill her.
You could. No.
Yeah, so I was like, okay,
I just like her actual character design.
I like playing. Honestly, I think I enjoyed playing Caustic the most because I would literally just find one building to be in and just have 17 canisters
you're
in that one
disgusting.
building.
Caustic
people like you.
is simply the king of toxic. He's
I
obviously
hate him.
toxic gas, but like you are brutal. I actually used to watch like some of the YouTube clips and like emulate them. Like I would like kick open a door and stand on top of it and throw fucking stuff down. And I was like, this is fun, this is evil. This is fucked up. I mean, because like the best way to like certain counters were like, immediately like, you'll have like Caustic pinning people down and then you're just like waiting for shit to go out. I think the one character I wasn't a big fan of was girl with the fucking the mounted gun with the chainsaw. You know what I'm talking about? She has that mounted weapon. She's the Indian girl. I can't remember her name, but you know what I'm talking about. Right?
Stop. I know the Gatlin fucking gun.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Not a fan of her when she first released, but I understood why people. But she was like the perfect, like her, Watson, and fucking Caustic are like the most annoying goddamn team on the planet. Fuck them. That shit was so annoying. But yeah, I just found like Bloodhound to be like you had well, you know what, Bloodhound and Pathfinder, and then I think they just buffed Pathfinder too. I saw.
Rampart.
Rampart, there you go. I fucking hated that character. I don't know why. I just felt like every time I saw Rampart, they were always better than me with their. I was like, dude, why? Why are you so good with that goddamn thing? But Pathfinder, I love Pathfinder. Like
He's fun.
I got annoyed when they I stopped playing him when they nerfed him because
They gave him a buff.
yeah, finally, which is fucking great because I was pissed off because I remember like the grappling hook used to be so much faster and the ult used to
Oh,
just
really?
oh yeah, used to be able to grapple so quick. And then they nerfed it where I was like, "Oh my god, he's unusable." And he really was because like at the end of the games like when you're trying to fucking like evade, you'd be able to like quickly grapple away, but like they like took the cooldown and like increased it. And I was like, "Oh my god, dude, you made this character unplayable in like high level matches." So it was not fun. You guys have a favorite weapon that you remember? I already said this.
R301, baby. And debatably, the charge rifle. Everyone fucks around and shits on me for that. I love the charge rifle.
I love the
You can
charge
eat my
rifle at the
ass.
beginning of the game.
I love it.
When everyone has no armor, absolutely. You can one-shot people with the charge rifle.
Yeah. I just enjoy making people mad with it. That's my thing.
Yeah, it's a really toxic weapon.
Everybody hates it and I love it.
Yeah, Brad, I know you like the Mozambique, man. Fucking sure.
Mozambique, yeah.
I mean, it was always nice, when you defeated someone with the
Dude,
Mozambique.
it was an
I
accomplishment.
stopped people early on with the Mozambique, and that is the most satisfying feeling.
When you get someone with the P2020, right? I always feel
Oh,
like the starter
God.
pistols, dude. When you get like
Fuck
a
the P2020.
kill with the P20, dude, I used
Oh,
to
I get
love,
pissed off when I die from the P2020. I get angry.
I used to love using like if I was like getting the wingman early on in a firefight, I would be okay. And it's always satisfying getting the headshot and just watching someone fall. Right? I'm like, oh, dude, it's satisfying.
What did wingman used to be? Because now it's a sniper ammo. Is it
It used to
heavy?
be heavy, yeah.
Heavy. Okay.
I
Yeah.
made it sniper. Yeah, well, I mean, the sniper kind
Yeah,
of
they
makes
did.
sense. You used to be able to shoot. You used to be able to clip people.
Oh no, I used
I
to Nice Wig. I understand.
when I played fucking when I was doing like ranked, I was trying to go up one of the balloons, and someone fucking shot me like with the wingman from like a very far distance and killed me, and I was like, I'm not even mad. And it was so that was the map where someone was like, "Hey man," he's like, "You can leave, the party," and I was like, "Nah, man, I gotta get points. Like y'all keep going." They ended up getting second place. I was like, "Yes."
Oh,
I was like, help me. I need to make it.
Hope.
No, I probably like if I could, I tried to rock the Spitfire just because I didn't like to reload.
Oh yeah.
They fucked with that gun way too much.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they did.
Yeah, they nerfed the recoil because it used to not be so bad.
I
No, it's
I actually really liked the Prowler. If you could get the
hop up, yeah, dude.
If you like, it was so inaccurate without the proper attachments.
Which, by the way, you didn't need. Like, I used to use the Prowler all the time without its hop up because of how much damage it did up close. Like, it's a 3-round burst. Just immediately, like, you can nuke most people, like 5-6 shots, 5-6 like pulls of your trigger. But like when you got that thing full auto, I remember it being a bad idea because me and Will used to go into training all the time to kind of test out the new weapons. And I was like, they added a new hop up for the fucking I was like, oh look, it's a fully auto. I was like, that's a mistake. Like, you're gonna give me fucking 60 rounds with this full ammo? Are you out of your fucking mind? And that was all you would see at the end of matches too. People would be fighting for that gun. They were like, oh, is that the Prowler? Got the hop up. Just everyone. I'm like, oh my god, dude, it was brutal. I think that and the what's that shotgun that uses like energy rounds? There was a shotgun that was like fucking brutal. Like when the problem with Apex was like when they introduced new weapons, sometimes the devs just like did not pay attention to like the damage output or like the potential outplay.
I think
I
I
think-
heard that.
I was thinking it was like the peacemaker.
Oh, so the
Peacekeeper
Peacekeeper,
is but that's not energy.
I thought it was, but they nerfed that gun, by the way. Like, or they had to vault it because it was so overpowered. Even without any attachment, you could just walk up to someone, shoot them in the head with that bitch, and they would die.
So you could with the whatever the attachment
choke?
was, you could you could basically turn it into a slug, and I was like, yeah, this is stupid.
I was like, this is a mistake. Is it bad when you're playing one of these games?
Triple take is what I was thinking.
Oh, the triple take's like a shotgun too. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that one's energy.
I used to love that thing. You know what? Fucking Will was like a savant with sniper rifles. I used to call him like my buddy Will. I don't know, you haven't played with him before, Chibi, but Will is like, he's not necessarily great at almost any game, but like when it comes to like weird, obscure things, like in Rocket League, it's Rumble mode. There's a power up called the Tornado, and he's one of the only players I've ever met who can like take that and make it effective the entire time. Right? You have him play the game normally, half confused most of the time. Right? That's what he is. In Apex, you give him the triple take with the choke, he is a fucking god with it. Like he is clutch. I have been in matches with this man where he has clutched with the triple take. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? You can't shoot straight with like the flat line, bro.
The flatline got recoil. Okay.
Yeah, I love that was my gun for a long time. The flatline, love that thing.
I'll run the flatline 301.
Yeah, but I was like, Will, what the hell, dude? How are you so good with the?
How are you so good with this?
Dude, I used to get so annoyed the entire time. I was like, how? He's like, oh. But he's like a savant with this type of stuff. And it always happened in like one multiplayer game. He'd like be one gun that no one else uses, nobody likes. Somehow, super effective. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. How are you sniping from that far?
This is a secret weapon.
He's like, there's no bullet drop, bro.
Oh my god, he sounds like Ethan.
That's what it is. Okay.
Ethan.
Man, that was all my questions for Apex Legends. Damn, I love this game.
It's a good game. So now we gotta play it. I didn't know you liked it this much.
Yeah, no, I was absolutely like in love with that game.
I mean, I think you would like it when you go back. Like, there's so many different modes. I think we should do an episode where me, you, and a fucking Cup Dog Dragon over here. You know,
you want to meet?
try it
You want to
out.
meet competitive Brad?
I do. I want Brad to yell at me and me to cry.
He doesn't really yell, but Brad like talks shit under his breath.
No, exactly. I'm ready to feel like shit.
Especially if you get down. Brad makes you feel bad if you go down. He really does. Brad will absolutely.
He's gonna be like, how the fuck are you the healer and you're down?
I don't.
How are you the one that can?
How are you hurt? How are you?
I don't berate my teammates that can hear me except Chris on Rocket League
every day.
But
It's okay. You can
I berate all the teammates that can't hear
fair
me.
enough. It's okay. You can talk.
Just
about
quiet
me.
judgment with that game. Like
I'm gonna ask Brad. He's gonna ignore me, and that's how I know.
I think the other issue is like when I was downloading on PC, like for some reason my shaders wouldn't load properly, and this happened like a bunch. So I need that like corrected because every time I'd like try to load it, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Try to repair your files.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You know the other thing I hate? I'll tell you the one thing I dislike about Apex, the battle pass. I'm not a fan of how like the battle pass works. It's so weird. It's like the weirdest fucking thing. Like the whole star system. I'm like, this doesn't work, and it looks like really old and janky. I'm like, you have this new beautiful game, right? And it's like, here's this PDF file. These are word images.
Digital arts are my passion.
Yeah, digital art is my passion, kids.
Wait a minute. Apex Legends has a domination mode.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I might
Oh
actually-
no, that's this fuckers.
Bro, you weren't even gonna do it for us. Okay.
You don't get it. Like Brad, when he plays
Like I said.
domination, is like he'll literally play the objective and get like 50 kills. It's annoying.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah.
As long as he's on my team, I don't give a shit.
Every time I'm like playing, I'm like, Brad, you know your MMR is like so much higher because we'll be in lobbies, and I used to play like Call of Duty lobbies by myself. I'm like, all right, cool. 28 and fucking 7 or some shit. I'm like, yeah, against my. I'm in like Brad's. I'm like, what is happening? Why am I dying?
Am I 5 and 3?
Yeah,
5 and 5.
Who are
and
these
20?
fucking snipers and where are they hitting me from? Brad's like running around. It's like I haven't got a kill yet. And he'll go like he'll go like an 18 kill streak or some shit. I'm like, dude, chill. He's like, nah, it's fine, man. He's like, I'm not having a good match. I'm like, really? Like, what does that
Hit
look
tab.
like?
Hit tab again.
Yeah, I'm like, what does that fucking look like, my dude?
You know what it looks like when we beat the team at 200-0.
I know. When we make
He's
them,
gonna be like, wow, we beat them 200-1. Not good enough.
you know what the other thing I dislike about Apex? This is my personal opinion. Have you guys ever playing Apex solo sometimes?
Oh, I refuse to. I don't play any games.
There are
solo.
some incredibly toxic people in Apex, like super
I've
toxic.
seen worse.
No, like in duos, they'll fucking like.
Oh
literally
yeah,
let
no, I don't
yeah.
play duos
Yeah.
like solo.
Duos or even in trios. Like you'll play with like they'll have like a teammate, and they will intentionally let you die or whatever, and then not revive you. So
Makes
my
no sense.
usually my like I have like a feeling out process. So like if they're actually playing, I'll like okay, we'll go ahead. But sometimes if they're like intentionally missing shots or putting themselves like out of danger and not like notifying, I'm like okay, cool. I'm gonna leave you two to die. just what it is. All right. Any other questions about Apex? Any other things you guys want us to talk about? Because I want to have a shorter podcast for the love of God. We did like an hour 40 last time.
Great podcast though.
It was a good
Talked
podcast.
about our passions. I actually prepared stuff.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
didn't
but here's the
roast
thing.
me.
We were pretty much, but we were also like 45 minutes, and we were into community Q&A.
Yeah, but it was like a good flow, you know.
And then Brad obviously missed out. So now what would I mean? We do have to. Brad, so
well,
like,
you had the announcement that we can do.
oh, we're gonna
No,
do
that would
that,
take
but
up
I
some
do want to
time, yeah.
think. I do want to like plan out our next episode really quickly. Brad, for for this upcoming anime, bro. Like, what do you want to watch?
Yeah, you tell me, bro.
Do you want?
Everything I suggest, you're like,
You did both
I'm
Yuri.
good. Which
Okay.
I'm still watching season 2. I caught up.
We did JJK.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make this. I'll make my suggestion late. Like mine would be
Oh,
like
okay.
Taxi or Rank.
I mean, yeah, because I want something to, that, Jack and
I would.
Brad are interested.
There's
in. I don't
only
wanna
two.
make it
There's only
too
one anime
long.
right now that they're both interested in.
So Hell's Paradise?
No, it's fucking Black Clover.
Oh, we can do a Black Clover.
I have
episode.
never watched that. I've only watched like 4 episodes.
There's like 200 episodes.
I know. I'll watch like
It's 179. Calm down.
I'll watch
Round up.
half a season.
Apparently, I have to cosplay as Charmy, so.
Okay, so so I can watch half a season by the time we record next week. Which
Okay.
do you
And
remember a lot of
I'll-
stuff from Black Clover, Brad? Or do you have a good memory of that, or do you have to like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have to just like kind of brush up, but I remember most of it.
All right, I will start Black Clover. When does it get good? How many episodes?
All I have to say is just ignore Asta's screaming. Just ignore it. Just push through.
When the first time I watched it, because I was actually
Push
like, I was like,
through.
"What's this? This is a new anime people keep talking about," and I was like, "Asta, shut the fuck up, dude."
I mean,
I think she's thick too, bro. But relax, all right? Like, chill.
Well, so I will say, like, I kind of understand why he is the way he is.
Yeah,
because
I
he's
do, yeah.
literally the only person
Without
in the
magic.
Correct.
The only, like, he's literally like
Ooh.
not only the
Little.
runt,
Brad,
not only the runt of the litter.
Brad, there is an anime that just came out. It's called Mashal, and it's muscles and magic. And you like Bo Fury because it's stupid, it's funny and goofy.
Is
and
it the one
lighthearted.
with the arm wrestling?
No, Mashal is
Oh.
like it's this kind of nonchalant. It's like One Punch Man, but with magic. It's this
Ooh,
character.
Wait, I think I would like that.
He's super nonchalant. He has no magical abilities. He's just straight up a like dominant physical force. He's dumber than shit, but he's very polite, according to his
Aw.
dad.
We love polite
It is one of
characters.
the fucking. I watched the first episode. I just could not stop laughing. I was like, Brad would love this. It's called Mashal Muscles and Magic. I think it's like the whole thing.
He does look like One Punch Man with hair.
He does, dude. He does look like
Oh,
Saitama.
God.
But yeah, also Hell's Paradise. For the love of God, watch that.
I need
Like,
to watch it. I am.
that is
There's
one
2
of-
episodes, right?
Yeah, there's 2 episodes
'Cause
right
we
now.
can do it. We can do an episode about that too.
That is when it ends, I think, like at by the end
Yeah,
of
yeah,
May,
yeah.
like June-ish. That was like one of my favorite like manga I've ever read. I love Hell's Paradise. Totally blew away.
Will
my
I
expectations.
cry?
Not really.
Will I want to drop it?
No.
Okay.
It's
You
not
know
as
how I
it's
am.
not as harsh. It's a harsh
Okay.
manga, but it's not like as harsh as fucking JJK.
Okay. That's all I needed.
All right, so Black Clover next week. Oh, someone tell the boy, tell the old man. That's what we're doing. All right, so Chibi recently hit a milestone on Instagram. If you're watching at this
2
point of the
million.
video, and I'm going to put timestamps because I know how you scumbags are and you'll skip stuff. Wait, Chibi, what are you at right now? What's the number?
11K.
Chibi lied to me and said, "Ken, we're slowing down." And I
We
was at.
did.
Hold on, you were at 9.8. You're at 10.3 when I last checked. Now you're at 11K. You're going to be probably like some god awful number next week. Chibi takes over the world. Be very afraid. So
Little gremlin coming for you.
we are doing a 10K Chibi giveaway. Here's the deal. if you happen to watch this on YouTube, if you happen to catch us here, but Chibi's going to do her own separate video, show cosplay for all you thirsty simps out there, whatever. Cosplay simps, right? I'm not, cosplay simps. We are doing a giveaway for Jedi Fallen Survivor. Wait, no, Jedi Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We're going to give away 2 copies. Really simple. You have to be following Chibi on Instagram, following Pixelated Thoughts on Instagram. You obviously have to like the fucking post that Chibi puts out. And you have to sub to us on YouTube.
My God, so many requirements.
Hey.
You got it. That's an easy free game, son. Right?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
That's at least like 3
Come here,
directions.
So-
I can't follow those.
Yeah, you see Bean
much.
showing his butt towards you.
I'm going to break out. I'm going to have like actual details of the giveaway. This will be exclusive on like Chibi's Instagram. She says I should give her a script of what to say. I assume she'll try to practice her acting and show off that she's a thespian and a cosplayer.
I thought I was just gonna make a picture, but
you could do that too. So basically, we want to give away this game before the 28th. So that giveaway is probably going to start Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably
fine.
the smartest. We'll start Sunday, and then we'll have it go on to the next Sunday, and then that following Monday, we'll utilize something to pick like an Instagram account. Chibi will DM you. You have to have a valid fucking email. Because when she DMs you and you give her email address, then I'm going to contact you on Pixelated Thoughts. We'll talk about the platform of your choice. Now, it is a next-gen only title, or a current gen, sorry. It is either Steam, Xbox Series X, or PlayStation 5. If it is PS5, just know that we cannot actually gift you the game, but I will give you a $70 gift card. 2 copies. Here's the crazy part. This probably shouldn't be saying this, but whatever. If that post that Chibi puts out hits 50,000 likes, I'll throw in a 3rd copy.
I don't think it's gonna hit that many.
It ain't gonna hit that many likes. But
I know what to do.
But no, this man's gonna create a bot. We'll have that bot sub to us on YouTube, right? I need to
spend $50.
We need a boost
To get that extra game.
We need a boost.
Thanks. It'll make me look popular.
We need to boost these numbers anyway on YouTube so I can monetize and buy Chibi and Brad a new PC together, right? But they have to share it, so they have to like. You guys live in Florida, so.
Brad, you live in Florida?
I do live in Florida.
Brad does. He lives in Pensacola.
Yeah. Well, hey, you shouldn't say the city. God, now we gotta bleep that. I'm just kidding.
I ain't bleeping shit, player.
You live in
Okay, that makes
Pensacola?
He lives
I do live in
in Floribama. Brad's from Alabama. Do you know?
Well, I don't even know where you.
Goddamn Pensacola.
I do. I live in
I love the
LA,
whiskers there.
Lower Alabama.
Lower Alabama, baby.
That explains a lot.
Chibi, where do you live? Like in Florida? Northern? Top Florida? Near Jacksonville? Or I don't know where.
I live in Orlando.
Oh.
Oh, she lives in Orlando. God, man.
My bad, brother.
Come on.
I mean,
I'm
I didn't
from
know that, but
Jacksonville. I am from Jacksonville, but
sorry, I understand why you moved to Orlando.
no, I'm from Duval. If you know where that is.
Duval.
I do. I did some work in Duval for a little while.
Yeah, that's my.
Look at that. I'm helping people out. But anyway, who gives a shit about that, guys? Giveaway time. So we seriously, it should be a good time. We want to do giveaways at least when like major games drop, and we'll more than likely do one for Tears of the Kingdom. We will do one for Final Fantasy 16. And Chibi is also going to give away a shirt or something. I don't know. Who wants a fucking shirt when you can get Jedi Survivor?
True facts.
Facts. So I will send you that stuff, Chibi, so you can script it out and stuff like that, or whatever. Take your picture and be like, "Hey, subbies, watch this be like your most liked post." I'm gonna be very pissed. Oh wait, what was your most liked post? What was it? How many likes did you get for that on Instagram? It was something stupid high.
Like over 60.
Yeah, it was like 370.
Imagine
No, that's how many views. I got 600,000 views.
Giveaways are the easiest way to get
660,000 views, 77,000 likes.
I mean, we could. You know what? They don't really need to like. Yeah, they need to sub to the YouTube. I don't give a shit about the Instagram page. No offense to anybody. You know I don't give a shit about. I mean, we just created that bitch. I don't give a fuck about that. We can literally just be like, you know what? Let's change it. We'll say like, hey, you got to be sub to Chibi, like the post, sub to the YouTube, right? That makes it easier. Is that less steps, Brad?
Make sure you're following me, like this post, sub to Pixelate Thoughts.
Exactly. Sub to the YouTube, right? And also comment why you think Chibi is a bad person. Okay. Brad, why is Chibi a bad person? Don't you do
Obviously,
it?
because she. Oh,
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, bro. He was pulling some sneaky shit, you little bastard.
What were you gonna say, huh?
you were the one that
This
brought
is
me
not
into
what we're
that.
gonna
I wasn't
say.
even a part of it.
Huh? What were you gonna say?
I also want to point out. This is also want to say
Something about
something
Florida,
to Chibi's Gremlins, right? If you support Chibi, you support our entire fucking channel. So like our videos because it helps us grow. Please. God
The
damn.
11 people that liked it.
Yeah, and I also want suggestions
Thank you,
from
noobs.
suggestions from your group, suggestions from Jack's people, Jack's community, you know, about games they
people.
want to see us cover.
Hurt.
Because goddamn, I'm not running out of ideas, guys, but like, I'm like, so some of the time I take to create some of this, I'm like, fuck, this is a lot of work sometimes.
Yeah, I can ask.
Not the most
can
recent
ask.
stuff, but like, I want to do collaboration projects. I'm gonna have Chibi. She will send me gameplay footage of Apex.
Well, we're gonna play together, so easy.
That's true. Brad will do. Brad, you are streaming again, right?
I did stream yesterday. Yes.
My bad, man. It was late and I was tired as shit, dude. I gotta when I go to work,
I
I'm
will-
like zoned out.
So I had planned to like have a legit stream, but then we washed all of our bed sheets and the comforter and all that. Freaking cat threw up on the bed while my wife was in bed, so I had to end it early and go resolve that issue.
Did you bury the cat?
Yeah, in love.
No. You have a short. What is your cat again, dude? I keep forgetting. It's a short hair, right? And what's it?
That's the short-haired
Throw the cat.
gray one. The gray cat.
Chibi has dogs I've never heard of, by the way. Like your breed. I don't think I've ever heard of those dogs.
You never heard of blackmouth curs?
What the
They're
heck is that?
basically a
A
Florida
mutt?
dog. Brown dog. Florida
Oh.
brown dog. Bean's part hound, though. That's why you hear a lot of.
I couldn't have a hound dog. My God.
Yeah.
I tried to have.
Um,
Like when I was younger, when I was about your age, I was gonna get a beagle, and I was like, no.
Ooh.
Chibi,
Yeah, no.
You're like.
We
why
had a
do you-
beagle mix.
I'm like far.
I don't know what Katsu is. He's like part blackmouth cur.
You
Mutt.
can be like Chris and have 8 dogs or something. How old is he up to now? 4, 5? He has a corgi.
I want so many dogs. I
yeah.
want a corgi.
Oh, dude, his corgi. I love his corgi. I even tell him all the time. He's like, "Can you even talk to me for me? But you talk to me for my dog." I'm like, "Correct. Now show me the fucking corgi."
Show me the fucking dog.
Will has
Show
a-
me what I want.
Will has a goat, and I'm like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" He's like, "You
Really
just want to see the
goddamn
goat?" And I'm like, "Show me the goat."
Literally, show me the goat.
Like, don't even talk to me. Just show me the goddamn goat.
Show me what I fucking
Once
came
we-
here for.
Yeah, once we fence in the backyard again, thanks to Hurricane Sally, we don't have the
Good goat.
front fence of our fence, so the front half of our fence. So
That's
so
what
we don't.
That's what I'm
we've-
talking about, baby.
We've been thinking about getting a dog for like a year and a half, but it's just like we don't have anywhere to put the dog outside. So let's fix
Nice.
that.
Adopt, don't shop.
So, next episode for Pixelate Thoughts when this comes out will be an esports episode because Chibi got mad at me and she thought I was gaslighting when I fucking said what I fucking
I was
said.
thinking about what we said on the prior episode.
No, I understand that, but I was like, hey,
let's do an esports episode. But when you said an Apex, I thought you meant let's play Apex. I was like, yeah,
What?
sounds good.
I was like, let's do an Apex episode, and she was like, that
I thought you
sounds
meant
good.
like let's record Apex because we had been meaning to do that Apex episode on YouTube.
Well, I mean,
So I truly thought that's what you meant.
so yeah,
Not like this week is
Uh,
Apex.
but like the next time we'll do like a little, I want to have Brad. You have to be on because I want to talk about like how you tried for that semi-pro team in Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my friend Michael said he'd be down.
Right, and I think Josh had a friend who also was Valorant. So I was like, okay, let's bring these people.
And then
on.
we have CS:GO. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk to him about the process, and is he excited for CS:GO too? Of course he is. He's a nerd. That's how it is. But that's gonna do it this time. So remember to look out for the Jedi Survivor giveaway. That's gonna be on Chibi's Instagram. We have now simplified it, so I'll post it right here, the link to it. All you have to do, follow Chiba on Instagram, like the post, sub to us on YouTube. And I'm going to give her the detailed giveaways. It's going to look like a fucking contract, but that's essentially what you have to put to like give stuff away on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, whatever. Also, you can follow Chibi Rabbit on Twitch. She's currently at 5K. Hopefully somehow Instagram translates and gets her a little bit more numbers. You can also follow Willie Jim on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter. And all I post is about the Celtics, so, you know, or the Broncos, so go fuck yourself. Jacqueline Cruel will be back next episode, I hope. Right? Josh, if you're watching, how dare
We're doing
you?
Black Clover.
How dare you leave Brad alone? You know, Brad, what did you call him? You said he was the glue?
Yeah, the glue that keeps this.
He's the glue that keeps this ragtag group of rogues together.
Got a point.
But that is going to
He's
do it for
our,
us this time.
lawful good.
Please like, share, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Comment on how you feel about Apex Legends. Comment on like topics you want to see us cover on the podcast. Don't just say something like, I want to see Chibi write a book.
Hey, Noobs at least tried. Fuck you.
You know?
Nobody else commented. Thank you, Noobs. Again.
You know? Brad will comment. Brad will talk shit, though.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm Ken from Pixelated Thoughts, and we will talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah.